On my way back from the Morrow County Fair, picked up a hitchhiker. Lauren needed a ride back to Northfield. Now Jason was going to be all night, and actually I was going to dinner tonight, so I had to rush out of there. Lauren wanted to get a ride back to Northfield. I said, no problem, Lauren, you can jump in. We'll be there in 55 minutes. Morrow County Fair today. We had a great day yesterday. On my way there today, I didn't realize how tight I was for time and tea. Usually you guys are like, we gotta go on the track in half an hour. Where are you?
Wellington, you were extremely late.
No. Oh, I couldn't be any later than I was there. They were calling for me. So she's like, where are you at? I'm thinking, post time on the phone for our race. Race 4 in Morrow County was like 5:15. Well, it's like 5:08, and I'm 3 minutes away. She's like, there. For thirds, I can hear them announcing the third going behind the gate on the phone. My GPS says 5 minutes. So I drive down there. I get there. I jump out. I put my suit on. They're waiting on the track. We go out. You're welcome. Race Columbus. Right down the road. I took a little heat last week. Jason was running his yap afterwards about how I got looped down the backstretch and then moved out of the 2-hole. There's no looping today. And I know that she was yapping too about it. You get looped down the backstretch and you had to move back out of the 2-hole, so in a big hurry, and then just to finish 5th. There's nobody looping me down the backstretch today. Columbus was going right down to Chinatown. That's where he was going. There was no loopage going on today. Columbus actually raced okay today. The other race went 2-4. Now a little bit different math in the other division than that division, but did his work well. I can't really say he was horrible. He was Columbus-like. He did his work. And then in the second division, for those of you out there that are my partners on What a Mission, I like this little horse. He's grown on me. And I don't know why he made the break today. I don't really know why he made the break the other day. I thought if we put a little more weight on him and tighten his hobbles in, I could just feel him. He was uneasy going into the first turn. Now, in fairness to us, it was unfair of him. The next 3 turns, including the one he made a break in, he trotted through faster. Never put a step in. So it's just, to me, it's just confidence. He's so weird. He did this all winter long. Run. And then he got here and he was focused, did his work. I just think it's confidence. Like Jason said, well, we got to qualify him and get him in the Buckeye. I said, no, we don't. He can't make the Buckeye final anyway. I don't care about the Buckeye. You know what? Race him in the next couple of fairs. If those points he has in the first gold get him in the consolation, great. If they don't, fine. I'm a little surprised he wouldn't go through that turn, but I could feel how uncomfortable, not sore, not lame, not hurting, not anything, just uneasy he was. He was fine coming out of the gate, following that helmet, going to the quarter pole. He was fine. But he was uneasy going into the first turn and lost him. Come back good. Finished 3rd. Raced all right. And then some guy asked me to drive his horse in the last. I don't generally like. I'll never tell anybody no. Right? We're at a fair. All 3 of the horses, 3 in the last race, and all 3 of them not very gifted, not select sale type horses. And I'm going behind the gate. The only thing I care, he's not going to make a break and kill me, is he? It's all they do. No, he's fine. Gentleman was happy. I assume it was his brother. They looked exactly the same, like identical, like Larry.
Very identical.
Do you know those 2 gentlemen?
No.
No? They did look. Did you see the 2 of them?
They came and seen me.
They look like you were. They look like a mirror. Anyway, nice people though. You know what? I always get people asking me all the time why I like going to the fairs. And I joke, my wife hates the fairs. Amy kind of hates the fairs a little bit because she's worried I'm going to get home, right? And I like the fairs because the people there are wholesome people. They love to watch racing. They want to bring their families out, go on some rides, eat some carnival food, and enjoy themselves. And being around people that are having fun all the time is a great feeling. And that's why I like the fairs. I like that down-home feeling that you get. And I'll tell you one thing, there was wasn't a person at this fair that I walked by and made eye contact with that didn't congratulate me for winning the Gold Cup. Every one of these people in Morrow County knew that I won the Gold Cup. Every single one of them. It's just such a nice feeling to be around people that enjoy the sport as much as we do. And that is why I love fairs. Well, that and the corn on the cob. But I have to admit, there's no corn on the cob at this fair.
No.
I looked quickly. I went by that.
There wasn't very many options.
I'll tell you one thing. If I wasn't going to that steakhouse tonight, I don't know what they were cooking on that backstretch, but my God almighty, did it ever smell. I went by and the two guys over the fence, he goes, "What's up, man?" I said, "Oh my Jesus, that smells good. What are you cooking?" I couldn't hear what he said. He could have said groundhog, and I would have been over to eat it had I not been going to this restaurant tonight. Whatever that man was cooking, whatever that gentleman on the backstretch was cooking, I was buying. It was very, very good.
Well seasoned.
What?
It was well seasoned. It smelled good.
It was so good. It was what season?
I said it was well seasoned.
Oh, well seasoned. Yeah, it was fantastic. It was so good. Anyway, many of you guys have not met. Most of you have met Lauren. Many of you haven't. Lauren took care of our barn in the winter when Jason was back home.
There's
Lauren. That's Clegg. Yeah. He soaked himself before we left. He's still soaked. Nick Clegg. I heard this bang. And I said, oh, maybe he got kicked or something. Went around and he dropped the water bucket on the lip of the trailer and all the water splashed up in his face. All of it. I said, that right there, what you just did. This right here is better than me winning the last race. That gentleman walked up and paid me, and I was happy. That moment was dwarfed by Nick Clegg getting doused with water from himself. He literally dropped the bucket on the lip of the trailer and it splashed right up in his face. And he was dripping wet when I walked around the corner. So this is Lauren. She drives horses. She has her own horse. How'd Chip do recently?
6. I just sat the rail with him.
Sat the rail?
He drew inside finally.
You decided to sit the rail? Oh, he did draw inside this Sunday.
Yeah, he drew the 4-hole.
Well,
He draws the 7 and 8 hole constantly.
Sunday I gotta go to Philadelphia. Monday, Poconos. The final for all the Colts. The final for all the Colts is Sunday in Pennsylvania. Monday.
Who's driving Jimmy Sunday?
Hunter, I think.
Oh.
I think he said he put Hunter on him.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I can't drive Jimmy Sunday. So I was just telling Lauren a funny story. So my mother was up. So my daughter Ava, you guys know Ava. She went home to my grandparents. This is the first time she ever went anywhere by herself. 3 weeks. So she's 11 years old. We got her. If you fly with WestJet, I'm sure the other airlines let you do it. You have to pay a little bit more, and they have somebody to accompany the minor, an unaccompanied minor pass. And they'll have somebody sit on the plane with her. Ava's a pretty cool customer, though. Nothing bothered her. They asked her to fly the plane. She tried. So Ava flies home to my parents' place, hangs out for 3 weeks, and my mother comes back up with her. Now, my mother was leaving today. Now, as you can imagine, I'm not a cooker, right? During the pandemic, I thought that I could cook a steak. I almost starved to death. I am the worst cook on earth. And my wife, God love Amy, she tries her hardest, but she doesn't have time to cook either. You know, we cook sometimes, but it's like, what's that called? The thing where they send you the meals and you make them. I hear them on the radio all the time. Anyway, Amy gets them sometimes. She'll get like 5 really nice meals and you just put them together. But scratch cooking, you know, who has time to do that? My wife certainly doesn't. So I said to my mom, raisin cookies. I love these raisin cookies. I said, hey, can you make some raisin cookies before you go? Yeah, no problem. I call her this morning. How you making up with the raisin cookies? Anthony, your stove is broken. Yesterday I called her. The stove is broken. I said, the stove's broken? What are you talking about? Amy goes, I don't know, the stove's broken. It won't work. She goes, the elements on top work. She goes, the inside doesn't work. I said, all right, well, just get a new stove. Get rid of the stove, get a new stove. She goes, well, I can call somebody to come fix it. Who the hell's going to fix the stove? It's broken. It's never just a screw or a fuse. The stove's broken. That's how everything is made these days. If it's broken, it doesn't work, and it's cheaper to buy a new one. Virtually, that you guys know it's the truth. Dryers, washers, it's rarely cheaper to fix them than just get rid of them. So anyway, they figure out the stove's broken. It's got to go. I said, okay, whoa. I'll get a stove delivered to the house. I believe they take the other ones away. And both my mother and my wife said, it's impossible to get a stove bought, paid for, and shipped to your house in a day's notice. It will never happen, ever. I said, well, why won't it? What are you talking about? Anything is possible. He said, well, not bad. I called 2 places and they couldn't deliver. And they didn't have a good stove anyway. So I think I called the Brick. Maybe Leon's, I'm not sure. Anyway, Charlie gets on phone. Charlie picks up phone. Nice guy, I'm talking to him. He goes, what do you need in your stove? I said, Charlie, do I strike you as the type of person that will do anything in this stove other than cook a boxed pizza? I said, I could make do with an easy bake oven. Unfortunately, I really need raisin cookies. And my wife and my mother need a stove. He goes, today? He said, sir, we don't deliver till Saturday. I said, okay, let's start here, Charlie. Do you happen to know someone? There's got to be people out there in this day and age, like an appliance Uber or something. Just have somebody that will come and pick up an appliance and take it to your house. There's got to be a service. In this day and age, there has to be. He goes, I do know a couple of, companies, but Mr. McDonald, they're not affiliated with us. If anything happens, I said, Charlie, relax. If anything happens, it's on me. All right? I'm certain these people, do they look semi-professional? If they're not carnies, they'd show up with a truck and he goes, yeah, no, I know them. They're good people. I said, all right, that's enough. So we got that. Let's talk about the stove. Let's talk about the stove. Oh, he named off a bunch. I said, the only one I knew in LG, I think our old stove, our fridge is an LG. I said, the LG one. He said, yeah, it's got a few more bells and whistles, but it's a floor model. It's on sale. I said, Charlie, you got yourself a deal. I said, contingent on one of these companies picking the fridge up, or picking the stove up. All right, so he gave me 2 names. Now Charlie's in the game. I call the first guy. Says his name's George. Pick up the phone. It's 1:30 in the afternoon, by the way. George there, please. Yeah, this is George. I said, George, how you doing? I was wondering how much it would cost to get a stove from Brampton. Now, worth noting, the only fridge I could buy that was worth buying in Guelph at the time in the store, the floor model, was actually not the floor model. Charlie told me a fib. It was at the Brampton warehouse. I'm just thinking this now in my head. He told me it was a floor model, but he didn't tell me which floor. It wasn't on his floor. It was in the Brampton floor. Anyway, George goes, sir, it's 1:30 in the afternoon. Traffic is terrible. He said, I am heading in that direction. He said, but... So I'm thinking he's now going to tell me, an expedited price that would be a fortune. So he's giving me a bunch of reasons why he can't do it. I said, George, what's it going to take for you to get that stove from Brampton to Guelph today? Well, I have to do the map. I have to figure it all out. He said, let me call you back. He said, who am I speaking to? I said, Anthony McDonald. All right, Anthony McDonald. He said, not Anthony McDonald that drives horses. Lauren likes this part of the story. I said, yes. James and Mark McDonald. Both brothers. Shut up! I said, okay. He said, are you serious? Anthony McDonald that drives us at Mohawk. I said, well, George, I don't think you've been watching races very often. I don't drive that many at Mohawk anymore, but my brother James does. And he said, yeah, and Mark's at Yonkers. I said, yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, that's great. I said, George, can we get this done? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely we can get this done, Anthony. So now I'm in Ohio. I said, George, here, I got another little snafu, another little snag. I'm in Ohio right now. Whereabout? I said, just going by Akron. He said, oh, I've been to Akron lots of times. Now George and I are friends. Just like that, we've hit it off. George, what about the stove? Are we gonna get the stove? He goes, I'll take care of it. Where do you live? I said, southern end of Guelph, as soon as you come off the 401. No problem. Send me the address. I'll take care of it. I said, all right. I said, now we do got one little problem, George. I'm not there. He said, James there? I said, I don't think James will be there either, but he might. I don't want to lose him. He might be there. All right. Great. Now, the only people there are my mother, who's just turned old. And,
That's not nice.
she's got to be 70 years old. I don't know what my mother is. So, my mother, and Amy and the kids, Addie, Ava, and Ollie. No one to help George. George is on his own. So I'm like, James is definitely not going to go there. And when James is locked, the thing will fall on him and break his back again or something. So I can't. I get no one. So I don't even tell him. I don't say a word to George. Not a word. I just let it play out. I get a picture coming off the track with the last horse. Pick up my phone. Here's a picture of the Gold Cup trophy in my kitchen being sent to me from George. He said, your mother and wife were a delight. He said, completely made my day. Thanks so much. Text him back. Said, George, how much I owe you? I'll email you that money. Don't worry about it, Anthony. Get the George raise. Oh, George.
How big's your head?
Oh, George is the best. Anyway, now the bad news is, for some reason, my mother forgot to make the cookies. The whole reason I need the oven. Maybe I should ask George to make the cookies. I think he would have. Just give him the recipe. Anyway, I didn't get my goddamn cookies, but I got a new stove. So, if you need any appliances picked up in Ontario, I would say the GTA, the Greater Toronto Area, and delivered anywhere else in the GTA. George is your man. I got his number. I can hook you up. So, on the way back, Lawrence race on Sunday. I'm going to be in Philadelphia Sunday, and then Poconos Monday. I got to book those tickets. Poconos Monday. Sold Bastion Presidente today. We get 25,000. Was that low? I don't know. Here's the thing about selling 2-year-olds in September. Everyone knows they're going to be shut down soon. So, if it's a filly, that's different because a lot of them, you saw a couple of them sell. One of them sell for 90,000 yesterday in preferred. And that's a filly with good breeding, who has, I think, a consolation or something like that. So there's something there. Bastion Presidente has the consolation, and then nothing till next year, which is fine. A nice colt, but you're not going to get paid royally. Like if you had kept that colt till March, trained him down, you might have got more, but maybe not, factoring in the bills. So, Bastion Presidente, I get nothing bad to say about that horse. He did nothing but good for us. He tried his heart out his last few starts. I got a lot of respect for him. It's just going into that final. We have Austral and we have Tailgate Buzz, so it's very hard for me to. I can't drive him, so it just made more sense to maybe move him. And I know Nate, nice guy. Nate used to work for Nate Harding. Really, really nice guy. He ended up with Bastion Presidente. I think he said he's going to Tony Alagna for the final, and then he's gonna, I assume, come back to Ontario. I suspect. So, so good luck to them. I kept Enzo Aguayo. My reserve was 28,000, and quite frankly, I didn't really care if I sold him for that. He's a useful horse. I just thought, you know, if I could put some money away heading into the yearling set, I'm much like you. Like I need money to buy into the babies too. So if I got that for him, I'd turn the page. I didn't, and I'm fine with it. He's still got some stake races left. He's got lots left for the rest of the year. He may sneak his way into the Buckeye or the Stallion Series final because he's sitting also eligible 1 right now. He only needs 1 horse left to go. He makes it in. So he'll be entered. We'll see what happens. Should be a fun weekend. Rosita's Dream is racing on Friday. If he makes the final in Illinois, by the way, goes for 140,000. Yeah, that's what I said. So we'll see what we'll do with him if he makes it the final. Might be time for him to test free agency also. We'll see. Listen, we got a lot going on. You guys know we're buying horses, we're selling horses. We bought a horse yesterday, a trotter, good as him.
Oh, I looked at that horse.
Well, we bought him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I left him with Beckwith for a little bit, just because I didn't want the torture of trucking him back here without knowing we're going to send him. He went for 54,000.
Oh.
That was a little bit more than you were going to give?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We had actually bid on that horse. Steve picked that horse. And Steve, I don't know what we went to, but I actually, now that I say it, I don't even know if we bid. That might be a lie. We were going to bid, but I think the sale was was as is that it just kind of went high. I don't even know if we got our hand up, but he went for 72,000, and they bought him back. He's a half brother to Father Patrick, that horse. Actually, who's Father Patrick by? Might be a full brother. I can't remember. He's a half brother to Father Patrick and Pastor Stephen. Now, he must not have trained back great this spring because they gelded him. For them to geld a half brother to Father Patrick, they must have really thought he needed it. But even if he is a little pouty, that's fine. He's only got 28 lifetime starts. He's trotted in 51. He shows multiple miles in 53. He won in 55 his last start at Plain Ridge. So I just said to back, just, you know, if you got room for him, great. If you don't, you don't. Trimby Habanero got no bids. None.
I don't think so.
But I sold him to Mark Beckwith. Me leaving that horse with him was contingent on him buying Trimby. So back buying him too. It's been a great summer. Been a great time. So, your dad get beat today.
He did.
At Van Wert.
Yep. We watched.
Yeah.
Disappointing.
A little disappointing. That's the way it is. How come you don't drive at the fairs?
Me?
There's no one else in here. Yeah. You don't like driving at the fairs?
I don't get put down.
Well, you're at the fairs. I'm sure
at the
every
fair.
race they're looking for people.
Not all the time. Mostly what I've run into is people they see a woman, they don't want to put a woman driver down, or they just see me and say, you're small. Like, what do you
Why
want
would
to be able
somebody wants a fat man to ride the horse?
They just think that, well, obviously it's a male-dominated sport.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if I ever told you this. When I was in Australia and New Zealand, right around 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you can't go into it thinking that way. Who cares if it's male dominated?
We were at a fair. We were at Burton. I think it was Burton. Either last year or 2 years ago. And you were actually, somebody was looking for a driver, and you said, Lauren's right down here. And you came up to me and goes, honestly, my owner would kill me if I put you down.
That's very kind. How'd he do?
I don't know.
Yeah, I could probably guess. Little grapes, by the way. Not bad. Fresh.
I've been eating them.
I know. I got them at place right by
Peppers.
Peppers. There's a little produce store right not far from the house that I rent in Northfield. Right in between Northfield Park and my place. Literally 2 minutes from my place. Good. Thought I'd get some grapes today for the way down, the way back. Because I knew I was going to eat like a pig tonight. So I didn't want to. I think this is the only thing I ate all day in preparation of the marble room. Especially after I won with that horse.
There you go.
Mike is well aware that he's on the hook for the entire invoice tonight, correct? Yeah. So, it's been a great summer. It's been a great week. Hopefully we finish it off with a bang with our boys in Philadelphia and in Poconos. We got the fairs, or the sales coming up. Lauren's working on trying to get some employees. It's a problem for everyone. It's a problem from here too. We're moving a lot more horses to Northfield Park this winter. And staffing at Northfield, it's going to be nip and tuck. So really just trying to find people to fill those spots. Now they'll come in waves, right? The Ohio sale, the Lexington sale, the Harrisburg, whatnot. I'm sure you guys understand that. It's going to be a little difference this winter. We're still going to bring all the horses the same way we did. We're still going to bring all the videos the same way we did. It's going to be a little more legwork for me, but at the same time, we're always trying to grow. We're always trying to improve. And I think this will be part and parcel to just more expansion at the stable. So I will talk to everybody soon. There's a 25-minute video about 2 horses at a fair, and I don't even think we talked about the horses very much. No. Columbus, raced adequate. The little guy, got a spark. I like him. I'm not going to be in a big hurry with him. For my partners out there, again, with What a Mission. I know he's got a lot of breaks. I know he's got like 4 in a row or 5 in a row or whatever it is. I'm going to continue to race him until he feels comfortable. He's close. So, with that, I'll let you guys go. I'll talk to you all soon. I know some people had asked about staking for where's Spitfire going. I don't know where any of the PA horses are going until I see them race this weekend. And as far as Pete and Aura, I believe their next scheduled start is in the Sire Stakes that's why they're going to the fair this week. So with that, I'll let you guys go. I hope everybody's having a great day, great night. It was a pretty decent day for us here, and good luck to I guess Dad's horses are the only ones racing the Georgian. That Karlamov and what's the other guy's name? You know the guy, don't you? My dad's horse, the 2-year-old colt. Karlamov and Marshall Zukov.
It's like me asking you if you know my dad's horses.
Of course, I know every one of them. Anyway, I'll talk to you soon.